Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about the IELTS speaking. So let's dive in. Let's look at the structure. How is the IELTS speaking structure? It has 3 parts and usually it lasts between 11 to 14 minutes. And you usually do it in person with an examinator. In the first part, you usually talk about yourself, so you answer questions from the examinator about where you live, where do you come from, what are your hobbies and your lifestyle in general. In the second part, you will need to prepare about a short task that we will look in more detail. And in the third part, you will receive general questions, usually similar to the topic of the second part. In the room, there will be you and your examinator. The exam in general will be very informal and it will be recorded for marking purposes. Usually, it will begin with the ID check or passport check and general greetings. And let's look now at the marking criteria. So they are going to look at your fluency and cohesion, 25% of your mark, vocabulary, other 25%, grammar 25% and pronunciation 25%. So what do we mean by fluency and cohesion? Well, it means that you talk quite a lot, so you don't stop thinking, you don't stop in the middle of a general topic that you're talking about, so there are no pauses, no hesitation or not too many self-correction. Be able to understand also what the examinator asks you and also what you're trying to express. And you use the linking words that we're going to look in more details in the next videos. Vocabulary and lexical resources. So what do we mean by this? Well, it means that you use a range of different words and paraphrasing, you use collocation, less common vocabulary, particularly if you're talking about a specific area such as the environment or biology or psychology, so you use that specific technical term and you avoid errors. Grammar and range and accuracy. In that case, it means that you use a correct grammar and sentence structure. You don't use the wrong verbs and the past tenses or the present tenses. You use them correctly. Related to the pronunciation, so the examinator needs to be able to understand you throughout the test, and you need to pronounce the words in the right way, which doesn't mean that you need to have a specific accent. It just means that your words need to be easily understood. Now let's look at what the various band scores are. So you can get a 9, expert user, an 8, very good user, 7, good user, 6, competent user, 5, moderate users, and so on. Let's focus at the top band score. So an expert user has a complete command in the English language, accurate, appropriate, highly flexible, fluent with full understanding. So it's accurate and full understanding. A very good user has a complete command with only rare errors or inappropriate words, deals with complex situation well, but has rare errors in the complex situation and can deal with detailed argumentation. So rare errors, so there can be a few, use complex language well. And let's look also at 7, good user. So has good command of English, but also has occasional inaccuracies, misunderstandings or inappropriate words, can use complex language quite well and understand detailed argumentation quite well. So only occasional errors, uses complex language quite well in most situations. Always try to aim at the highest score so that in case if you don't get a 9, you get an 8. Or if you don't get an 8, you get a 7. So try always to focus on the description of the highest score.